only time that you have control on the throw-in. That's in the book too. I didn't just think of that. I'm not that smart. It says that in the book. That's the only time for alternating possession at the beginning of the game that you have control on the throw-in. Okay? So you establish the arrow at the disposal at the beginning of the game. That's the only time. Okay? Clear as mud? Now, we're going to go to that one part of the game, the jump ball, that we just run through. I'm going to see how smart we are with this jump ball thing. Okay? How many stages are there in a jump ball? Or is it just jump ball? Just jump ball. There's 3 stages in a jump ball. No, you have from the ready to the release, from the release to the touch, and from touch to completion. Okay? So what's ready? It said the official is ready. What's ready? Love you guys. Love you guys. Carnell, what's ready? It says it in your official's manual what ready is. Believe it or not, it does say it. Because the reason I'm bringing it up is you have constraints from the ready to the release. So in essence, you can have a violation before the official even tosses the ball up. So what's ready? Derek, do you know? What do you do in your jump ball protocol when you're tossing up? What do you do?
I want to make sure my partners are where they want to be. My shop's getting ready to, my P1's ready to shop.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make sure that my people around the center, circle, I'm sorry, or 60, they're up on the circle, 60 back.
Really? Okay. Come on, Derek, come on.
I got 2 jumpers. Both of them face the right direction.
Okay.
1 foot into the center circle.
Okay.
And then I'm going to blow the whistle.
You gonna do what?
Blow the whistle.
That's the ready.
Okay,
So when you blow your whistle, some of us blow it clear on the sideline. Some of us blow it when we're talking to you on YouTube. You just told them you have constraints now until you toss it up. So be careful when you blow your whistle. That's the ready. That's the ready. So from ready to release, what constraints do we have for the 8 non-jumpers? Is there any stationary constraints that are upon the 8 non-jumpers? There is? What are they? Stationary. I said stationary constraints. Meaning, can they stand? Do they have to stand a certain way? Silence. Silence of the lambs. Carnell put his book down and picked it back up. I love that. Oh, okay. I love that. From the, there is none? How many agree with that? I saw somebody shake their head at my periphery over here. Mr. Walker didn't think I saw him, but I picked him up. So what stationary constrictions or restrictions do you have in a jump ball from the ready, tweet, to the release? What restrictions? No, that's movement. I said just stationary. Stationary restriction. So I can stand behind you? If you're on the circle, I hadn't hit your whistle yet, and I'm standing here, now the whistle, we have to stand, I can stand just like this behind you? Who says no? Why? I have to give him space? That's something like Boone Pickens would say, you gotta give him some space. No, there are no restrictions. Scrap that from your memory bank. There are no, we can stand wherever we want to stand. Wherever you want to stand, you can stand. Okay? Now, from the ready to the release, do we have movement restrictions? What are they?
I should pick up here.
Speak up.
Somebody speaks, it should pick it up right here.
So we can't have movement onto the circle. That's one. There's 2 more. We can't move off the circle? Why? That's what the rules say? Okay. If the rule says that, I want you to read it for me. That says you can't move off the circle. What's the third one? If that's 2. So we can't have movement onto the circle, we can't move around the circle. Once the referee what? Blows his whistle until when? He releases. So I believe 2. I'm still trying to get this third one over here.
I was thinking moving around the circle is basically the same thing. You're still moving around the circle. You can't move. Once you get your position on the circle, you can't move around the circle as well as move away from the circle.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. You can't move off the circle. But how far do you have to move back off the circle that is legal? 6 feet? 3 feet? 3 feet. You can move back 3 feet off the circle. At least 3 feet. Yes. Didn't know that, did you? It's worth the trip from Shawnee. Okay. Okay. So now, from the release to the touch, what are the restrictions? Stage 2. And this is the jump ball. We haven't even started the game yet. Mm-hmm. 8 non-jumpers. What can they not do from the release to the touch? They can't enter into the circle? Y'all not talking to me like y'all really believe it. Y'all have the books out, don't you?
They shall not have either foot break the plane of the center restraint.
What'd you say, Derek?
They shall not have either foot break the plane of the center restraining circle.
Does it say anything about movement? Left, right, front, back? From the release to the touch?
Until the toss ball is touched by one or both jumpers, non-jumpers shall not have either foot break the plane of the center restraining circle.
Did everybody get that? Oh, okay. So, we've gone from the ready to the release, from the release to the touch. Now, when does the jump ball end?
Jump ball begins when the ball leaves the referee's hand and ends with the touch ball contacting a non-jumper
Mhm.
or a
Mhm.
basket
Mhm.
or a backboard.
There's one you missed. You forgot you, Mary. You forgot you. You didn't see official on there? So it touches the floor, touches one of the 8 non-jumpers, it touches the backboard, or it touches an official. That's when the jump ball ends. That's when the jump ball ends. So that's when there are no restrictions. Okay? Now there was one thing that we missed from the ready to the release if we have teammates that are adjacent. If I'm standing next to a teammate,
Somebody wants to get in there.
when? When? Before the ball being tossed? Before the what? Which is what? He has to make the request prior to the whistle.
Once the whistle blows, and
All bets are off. We're set. That's what that whistle is for. You're saying you have to be set. Don't have to move. You don't have to square up, shoulder up, or whatever, but you cannot move. You cannot move. Yes, you can. You can move back. Right? How far? 3 feet. Now let's talk about the 2 jumpers. What can the jumpers do? What can the jumpers not do?
Any jumper shall touch the ball before it reaches the highest point.
Stop. That's a big one. Do we ever get to the highest point? What does it say after that? Does it say that the ball's they're supposed to touch it on the way up, or what's supposed to happen? is supposed to do what between the two? The ball's supposed to do something on the toss. What did it say, Cornell? So the ball's supposed to go up and then drop between the two and then they touch it? I thought the book said at its highest point, or does it say after? Does it say after? It says before its highest point?
Or reach its high point.
Who said after? So it's supposed to be touched after. So the ball's supposed to drop between the two. Has that ever happened? Or does it regularly happen? Get it on the web every time. Every time. Every time. So out of the majority of these restrictions, who is really supposed to be looking at these restrictions? No, in the mechanics book it says somebody is supposed to be looking at it. So if you're the U2, jump balls on you. It's you. It's you. This is your primary responsibility, is to get those 8 non-jumpers. Okay? So what can the jumpers not do? Can't catch it? That's one. Can't touch it more than twice? Does that mean I can't touch it with both hands at the same time? Don't look at mama. Just think. So I can touch it twice. So if I touch the ball with both hands at the same time, is that once or is that twice? Okay, so I can go boom, boom. Okay. Do you believe that? So we can't touch it more than twice. We can't catch it. What else? So how many times have we seen this? Carnell jumps against TC. TC said, I can't get the jump. So as soon as Carnell jumps up, she jumps out of the lane and gets the tip. And we play on. Everybody seen that? Great ball, y'all seen that. Y'all seen that. They cannot leave that center circle until the jump ball ends. When does the jump ball end? That's how we have to explain these things if we do have a violation. You gotta know the book. Gotta know the book. Okay? Jump ball. Man, that's just one section. We thought this was a small chapter, 3 pages. We're still on the first page. Okay. Alternating possession. Yes. You need to go back? You need some clarification? Okay. Okay.
You take position on the base in line with the
Mm-hmm.
primary responsibility for the toss and calling back before toss.
Mm-hmm.
You 2 is primary responsibility for position,
Mhm.
action,
Mhm.
8, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you 1's responsibility for calling back before toss.
And the U2 has all that stuff we just talked about, basically. Not we're gonna dump it on it, but that's their primary responsibility on the jump ball. Uh-oh. Boom, 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 boom.
2-person game is
On the roof.
you don't have to
You won.
if it's still you 1 responsibility. You got the belt and you 1. It's a 3, man. It's a 3-person. The main responsibility.
Yes. Yes. That's why everybody can't call 2-person.